Okay, I'm gonna answer all and any questions you might have about the streamer awards until I get bored of it, okay? Guys, I'm at 34,000 subs. I genuinely think, I haven't done all the math yet, but I'm 99% sure that because of your guys' subs that I broke even this year. Hassan will ask to be compensated. Yeah, he will, he will. Here we go, everybody. I'm gonna turn on the Ask bot. I'm gonna read some questions off of the Twitter too. I will only be answering questions about the streamer awards. I'm getting comfy. What is your best advice to be able to get nominated? Make cool shit. I don't really have much advice besides that. It's all fan nominated, so get your fans to nominate you. People don't realize, you know, it is the like viewer choice awards. How's your day after a hectic month? I'm exhausted. I didn't even take yesterday off. I just had to work. I went on the podcast. I had to clean some stuff up. Had to do a lot of stuff. So I'm tired still. I had therapy this morning. I'm kind of exhausted. Is Wine About It back? Wine About It is officially back. For those of you who don't know, Wine About It is back and we do have a Patreon. So for now, we only have the Patreon episodes. We'll go back on YouTube on March 29th, but these are the membership tiers in case anyone's interested. And then I'm only going to be answering questions about the streamer awards, but shameless Wine About It plug because I am really, really happy that it's back. It will not be live. Wine About It will never be a live podcast ever again. It'll just be on YouTube and Patreon. I'm removing stupid questions. Like this person said, can we get a lifetime Coomer world? That's stupid. What was the hardest part of planning the show? The RSVPs. It was the worst part. A lot of streamers don't understand the amount of messages I got the day after that was like, hey, sorry I couldn't make it. Please just tell me you can't come, because the amount of DMs I got the day of saying, can I bring a +1? And I'm like, I don't have any empty seats. It's just hard because every seat costs money, right? Like I paid for food for everybody. Please just don't commit to something if you're not actually coming. I hate when people like fill out an RSVP just to be nice. Don't do that. Just please don't come if you're not going to come, please. I definitely have a list of people not to re-invite next year. That's just not cool. It's just really not cool. So you live and you learn. What can you do? Was there anything on stream that did not go the way you planned that we don't know about? Stream, unless you were attending, you didn't know that Asmongold's video didn't play for the audience, as well as the animation didn't play for the audience, and I was so sad. I had some tech issues, and it made me really, really sad. Was there a streamer invited you wanted to meet / met this year that you had not met before? I didn't get a chance to meet Chilled Chaos. I invited him, and I didn't get a chance to meet him, so that was kind of sad. I met Chris Next Door. He's so sweet. Chris Next Door is the sweetest guy in the world. I talked to Doug. I talked to most everyone. So the first thing I do when the event is over is I hop off the stage and I try to walk the entire floor and thank everyone for coming. Oh, I don't think I said a sentence to Fan. Yeah. I didn't get to talk to Clicks either, actually. What's the likelihood you remove the Valorant category or League category next year? Valorant category is gone next year. There will not be a Valorant category next year. Maybe it'll come back the following year, but it's gone. League of Legends currently has no reason to be gone next year, but if it's not voted in, then it's gone. Why no Valorant category? Because the community was too toxic, at least the vocal community. If winning an award puts a target on someone's forehead, it's not happening. The award's not happening, so that one's gone. Why did you go and make it and seem like Germa was retiring? We didn't. It's a legacy award. Pokimane won it last year. It's just about highlighting someone who's been in the industry for a very long time. He's made a huge impact on the industry, and so we were just highlighting him. Your Rage Gaming loss? Bro! I love Hassan. You guys know I love Hassan, but I was kind of sad when I saw that. Your Rage is so sweet. Your Rage is so sweet. I was like, Hassan doesn't need the win. I think what's really cool is watching kind of like the different communities on Twitch. Last year we had nearly like no one from the W community nominated. This year we had quite a few people nominated, and so next year I would love to see some more winners. I hope every year we see more winners from every corner of the internet. How long did he plan the event for? I really jumped into this in December is when I started most of my planning, right after the Christmas concert. That's when I kind of dove into this, especially after it's in the back of my mind all year. I can't do much work until those weeks leading up to it. I can't invite people until I see nominees, stuff like that. What category were you most excited for? Just Streamer of the Year. I think that's what I'm always most excited for. Actually, Legacy Award kind of meant a lot to me this year. I was very excited to see Germa win it. Germa is someone that's very inspirational to me. Total viewership, including the React streamers, I believe we peaked around 500,000. I haven't been able to dive into the numbers just yet. I had 300 something K on my channel at all times. Moist had about 80K. The category itself had like 100 something K. We did better than last year. Are you going to do the Streamer of the Year award again? Yeah, but I'm gonna change it to the Streamer's Choice Award. Calling it the Streamer Award is just too much. I don't know why I didn't call it Streamer's Choice Award. I'm gonna call it this Streamer's Choice Award. But yeah, I'll keep it. I think it's kind of fun. Wubby won that. I was very excited actually when I saw Wubby's name in the back. I got really excited. I think Wubby's a lot of people's guilty pleasure of watching. Ari round 3, yes. Ari is my forever opener. Will you keep the event as the day before the Oscars? No, that wasn't intentional. For anyone who's asking, it's just the day the venue was available. It's not that deep. I just made sure it wasn't the same day as anything. And I just chose a Saturday that was available in March. Do you enjoy being busy? You talk about being stressed a lot and having anxiety, but you never take a break. Does it keep you going? Yes. So I struggle with, this isn't a Streamer Awards question, so I shouldn't really be answering this, but I struggle with disassociating a lot. However, when I'm working on an event, it's the only time that I feel in my body. I feel like in that flow state where I'm just working. And so I do it a lot. How did that technology for the VTubers work? Actually, so I hired some people from Gun Run. They were so sweet and they worked with me on it. I hired them to come bring all the VTubers. I don't know how it works. I hired them to do it, but they were so sick. They were so sweet. It was really cool. Who was in second position on the org awards? I won't say. I think it's very toxic if I were to say, you know, who got first, second, third, and fourth in every category. I don't think there's any need to do that. Will there be another girls trip? That's not a Streamer Awards question. How do you go about choosing who co-hosts or interviews at the red carpet? I made a list, actually. I made a pretty long list of my red carpet interviewers, and then I just go with who feels right. I wanted to do someone different every year. Like, even co-host wise, I was in the, you know, card joking about, I was like, Squeak should be my co-host next year. Like, I like switching it out every year. I think Anita's amazing. She's someone that I feel like is just like overlooked. I thought she was so fucking funny. I loved that she was smelling everybody. Squeaks was very clever. He's always on his toes. He's really good at that stuff. Ludwig and Hassan, you know, I needed their clout. And just kidding. No, they were good too. I like the idea of having a female co-host. Ray just felt like the right choice. I've gotten to know Ray a little. I think she balances me pretty well. How did you feel about the Fansly ad showing streamers who do adult content? Admittedly, I didn't look at it first. I saw a lot of people were upset that I took a porn ad. However, I support sex work. Hot take. I support sex work. I think sex work is fine. Some people were comparing it to gambling. I love Fansly. Like I said, I love sex work. I support sex work. I love Fansly. In a dream world, I would not have to take any controversial sponsors. However, this bitch needed to pay for the event. What do you want me to do? It's that or not paying for the event. So what do you, all right, there you go. Are you trying to cuddle? What do you want? Was more of offline TV supposed to be present? Yeah, Broden and Sidion were sick, and so they couldn't make it. Pokey didn't realize that the whole group was supposed to go up because she wasn't sat at their table because there wasn't enough seats. Whoopsie dipsy. Are there streamers who were nominated but requested not to be nominated? Yes. And I hope that gets better every year. However, Valorant is a category that proved why some people don't want to be nominated, and I hope people will stop being toxic gamers. There were a few people that I DM'd and I said, hey, congrats on your nomination, and they said, no, thank you. So take that as you will and try to focus more on celebrating people instead of being jerkos. Are you willing to collaborate with Spanish streamers for an event? I would love to do that. I don't know how to do that. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, but I would never not do that. Would you have been accepted if one streamer award? Or no. At the bottom of streamer, it said do not vote for either of the hosts. Is it true y'all ate KFC at the venue? No. I did have the event catered. I had it catered. I had a really fancy salad to begin with because I thought that'd be funny. So I had like this roasted carrot salad that had like edible flowers on it. And then after that, I had mac and cheese and chicken fingers and tater tots and brisket. I was like, listen, I'm gonna make these people happy. And then for dessert, I had like a really fancy lemon tart. I was really sad I didn't get to try it. I heard the food was good, so that's good for me. I'm happy with that. Does the panel help determine winners? Consist of streamers, industry experts, etc. May consist of just industry experts at this point. I've considered adding a few streamers, but I think controlling biases is difficult. How do you feel about the performances? I am grateful to all of my performers. I am so grateful to all of my performers. Who are the people that canceled last minute? I don't think I should say. I think that's toxic. However, it was quite a few people. Did you know Kai was gonna win? Be honest. Guys, I know who's gonna win before the award show. Yes. I am the one. I have to print the names onto an envelope. I know who's gonna win. So yes. Yes, I did. Someone has to print the paper out. So, was there any issues with the crowd talking during the awards besides when they can? No. The crowd during the show was so respectful. Having the live audience was so great. They were so like receptive. The audience this year was amazing. I think where we suffered, Ray and myself, was not knowing how much time to like give people to like laugh before we talked, because we're just learning. What was your personal favorite moment from Streamer Awards? You and Ray killed it, by the way. My favorite moment is always just looking out at the you know what's crazy? The monologue is where I get the most amount of like heat. I think a lot of people give me heat about the monologue. People, you know, because everyone has different opinions on what's funny and blah, blah. But the monologue's my favorite because it's when I go out there, everyone's so excited. Seeing everyone together for the first time, it's fun. It feels good. It feels like a family reunion when, you know, you're seeing all these people together. However, I need to practice the monologue a few times more before going out because I watched one clip of it and I was like a bobblehead and it made me, I hate it. Like I looked like one of those like, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God. Oh, it hurt my heart and soul. Were there any awards you wish would go to someone else? Great show, by the way. Of course there were. It's an award show I run, but it's not my personal bias. If you were to see me fill out my voting, it would be different. However, I do feel like every winner deserves it. What do you do? Will you consider allowing people to vote for you or your events next year? No. You said the panel is mainly industry experts. Who are the industry experts in streaming, if not the streamers? Great question. Agencies that sell these streamers. So lots of people from different agencies. Org owners who sign these streamers. Game devs who make games for these streamers. There's lots of different people that are industry experts that aren't streamers. If I have an org owner on my panel, if there's an org owner on my panel, then if they have a category where someone that they know, there's a conflict of interest, they don't get a vote and instead their number goes to the majority vote of who has the most votes, if that makes sense. Do you think this will become annually and be passed on when you stop posting, or will it end? It's annual for as long as I can do it. I don't need to consider passing it on or selling it to someone at the moment. I'm doing it for as long as I can do it. When I decide not to do it, then I can think about that. The only reason I would stop is either I'm done with the industry or, you know, it's not making money. You know, if 5 years from now, I'm still just losing money on this. Nobody does anything where they just lose so much money, so that's when I would stop. You said you might break even with the subs. Are we allowed to know all of our costs? I decided that I'm no longer going to talk about that. I've always been really transparent, but then a lot of people who don't know anything about production start like roasting me and questioning my intelligence when it comes to this stuff when I mention pricing, when they don't know anything at all about the subject. So I'm no longer sharing that information, unfortunately. But it cost a lot. It cost a lot. Do you ever worry about the awards could create division between viewers and communities? They're supposed to be doing the opposite. I think it's hard for it to create division as long as the streamers are like, yo, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as like E-Rob goes back to his stream and people are like, Madge, XQC beat you. And he's like, XQC is great, right? Because they just met and they just hung out or whatever. Or like your Rage and Hassan. It's like, if they were to go home and be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. It just heals stuff. I think it heals stuff once people can be like, oh, I hung out with that person and they're great. And then their community is like, oh. So yeah, I just hope, I don't think this will pit people against each other. I hope it just brings people together. Are you going to do another event this year? Of course, I have loads of events. We have another Master Baker in the summer. I have Beyblade event coming up. I've got Girls Trip. I got Shit Camp. Who was the most drippy? It was Ray in her disco ball dress. That's the most beautiful dress I've ever seen. Pokey. Dude, I need to ask Pokey who her fucking stylist is. Pokey has a fucking glam squad. Like, holy shit. Do you think you'll eventually feel something after another award show? I don't know. I have a therapist. We're working on it. I don't have the ability. I don't know what it feels like to feel like proud of yourself. I lack that ability. I don't know what it feels like to think, oh, I did a good job. Hopefully I'll learn someday. How about a category for best group channel? Stream like esports broadcasters or like Alveus? Is there enough examples of that? I think org is pretty close to that. Most people that have a group channel, they just have an org. I heard there were some unaired interviews. Would those be released like deleted scenes? Yep, they will be on the YouTube channel, on Streamer Awards YouTube channel. Those will be released. As well as last year's. I still have some from last year's that I finally got in the hands of an editor who is going to play with them. So anyway. How does it feel now that it's finally over and was a huge success? I have a big list of things I want to change for next year. I don't know if I necessarily feel like it was a success. I feel like I did. I feel like tangibly I did, you know, a good job. I don't know what you consider a success. What was up with the microphone for the singers? I don't know because I haven't seen the broadcast. When I watch the broadcast, I will be taking notes. Someone in chat, that was a good question. Why aren't music artists included in your upload of the Streamer Awards? Because it gets DMCA'd. It's as simple as that. Just gets DMCA'd. I'll have a full broadcast that'll go on the Streamer Awards YouTube. That, you know, doesn't matter if it gets DMCA'd because that's not monetized yet. What a Karen suggestion here. Says, need more music for the waiting screens. Too many repeats of the same boring music. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I'll work on that. It was kind of the last of my concerns, but I do appreciate that. Will co-hosts be switched every year? Yes. Do you want the Streamer Awards to grow as bigger in-person event for fans, or do you think it should stay more limited? I think the size we had this year was perfect, so I'm just gonna keep it that way. Can you add how to pronounce the names on the cards for next year? So I wanted to do that for this year, but spelling out gamer names phonetically actually turned out to be pretty difficult. I didn't have time. So hopefully I have time. I agree it's a problem. However, like those envelopes got printed and made the night before. What's your favorite new addition that you added for this year? I think hidden gem is a very important category. I still need to navigate exactly how to do that category without it becoming like an orbit contest. So I need to get to the drawing boards on this. What would have happened if someone took the KFC sponsor prize? They get the money. I don't know why no one did. I'm genuinely so confused. I don't know why nobody took the money. They would have just gotten the money. Chat would have still gotten the prize is what's crazy. I don't know why they didn't take the money, especially like King Samalot. I don't know why he didn't take it. I was like, what are you doing? Wasn't it like 12K? Yeah, it got up to 24K. I was like, why is nobody taking this? I would have taken it. Do you ever regret starting the Streamer Awards? I'm sure the payoff is worth it, but it's a lot of work, so I'm curious if there's any regret. The payoff is not worth it. I would like to make that very clear. What is the payoff? At the moment, it is nothing. Then why do it? Because I like bringing people together. So yes, the day before, I was actually in the car and I was in a very angsty mood and I was like, I don't want to do this ever again. Because I had so many streamers canceling on me the day before. It's a lot of work, and it's like, if people don't care about it, then what's the point? If I care so much about this, then it doesn't matter if other people don't care about this. Also, to the people in chat, there's a few people in chat saying she does it for clout. What does clout get you? It doesn't get you anything. I can't go to the grocery store and get my spinach with my clout. That's not how it works. It's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work when I could just watch a YouTube video. But then it's all the streamers that do show up and do tell me it was so nice to see everyone. It was so nice to meet people. It was so nice to, you know, talk to so-and-so. It was so nice to be recognized. That's why I do it. It also makes me feel fulfilled. I think everybody in your job, you need to find something in your job that makes you want to show up every day, and these things are what make me want to show up every day. Without my stupid little events, I would have quit. I'll be so frank with you guys. Before I started doing these events, I was looking for a way out of streaming. I was looking for other jobs again. Streaming isn't made for someone with a brain like mine. Finding this, using this niche, using the skill set I have to plan events and use my creativity this way, that's why I do it. So yeah.